Be picking up the sound of my voice on a microphone. That's good. I needed that. I've been through trials and tribulations today. My God. Let me. All right. Let me rearrange some stuff here. I got things taking up room. There we go. That's better. All right. Look at that. We've started. It's like we're starting or something. But no, I've been through trials and tribulations, man. What happened? So I have a streaming PC for this because my gaming PC is pretty good, but it's not good enough to like stream and play a high end game at the same time. High end Helldivers, it's like kind of high end, but you know what I mean. Kind of high end, and I'm doing that, or I did that for the last stream. That's what I streamed from last time. I'm working on my regular computer, but I'm streaming from the streaming PC. It's just simpler, You got more processing power on the front end, and it worked without a hitch the first time. But yesterday, my streaming PC is still able to be controlled through remote desktop connect. Still connecting to that. Let me actually hang on. Do something real quick. Yes, connecting to remote desktop connect just fine. So I know that the HDMI is working, but it's not getting any Wi-Fi. I was sending it Wi-Fi through that, not HDMI, Ethernet. I was sending it Wi-Fi through the Ethernet, and that was working fine for the stream. But yeah, now it's not. Now it's just crapped out. And I know the Ethernet's working because I could control it via remote desktop connect. But yeah, so I tried everything. I tried everything. Uh, I tried everything in a half. All right, here we go. And yeah, just nothing works. So I'm not even using the streaming PC right now. And I would have started streaming like an hour earlier, but like I couldn't figure that. I was like desperately trying to figure this out, and I just couldn't. It's the 4th of July, and I live in a fireworks state, so there's fireworks. If you hear loud booms, that's why. We're working on this, by the way. This is the in the files I call this the diesel mech, but it's a ceramic cavalier. Alrighty. Let's see here. But yeah, no, I swear to God, this day's been cursed. Sometimes you just have a day where it's just like, yeah, no, this is just cursed. This is just what's happening. There's a curse. Like a witch or something was like, I'm gonna curse you today, and then you just gotta deal with it. You just gotta raw dog it. Just gotta raw dog the curse. And the laterals on that go farther than I would have expected. These are not gonna line up. I just know it. Knew it. Interesting. All right. One good thing is that despite everything, one bright mark is that I got the first draft, not even proofread, of the short story that goes along with that plane I was building last time. Checking the articulation here. It's a little bit less on the Mark than on the Mark 1, but you know, there's a Jesus. Either way, there's a trade-off, unfortunately. See, I made it a little beefier. It's an aesthetic choice. All right. Fireworks out of the corner of my eye. Fireworks everywhere. Oh boy. Ooh, that's too close. That's too close of a choke. What I'm trying to do here is I want to cover up the ball as much as possible, and anything that's 2 units is going to give me no articulation. Let's see here. I'm going to grab the older version because I got the torso here, but I need to grab the legs and stuff. Got to modify from a baseline. So I do have a very well put together and organized system for arranging all my project files. The only problem is I have 3 of them. I've gone through like 3 or 4 different kind of ways of arranging all my files. And so when I go back to, you know, find something old, I gotta be like, okay, what was I doing at this time? I got it pretty worked out now. I should be stable, but like, you know, I gotta go back and think, okay, what dumb ideas did I have when I was making this project? in terms of where the heck I was going to store it on my computer. All right, here we go. Not last year, but the year before, I think. Here we go. This should give me what I need. Actually, wait, hang on. Son of a bitch. Okay, yeah, that was the other, Jesus. Yeah, we just got a, dropped network ping. My OBS. Internet troubles. Strangely, I didn't have that when I was using the render PC. I would have expected that to be worse, but it was running like a dream. Although I haven't had any issues with that in a while, so... God, we are still registering dropped frames. Jesus. I'll be interested to see what this looks like on the VOD, because this is a pretty big pothole. See what this looks like on the VOD, because this is a pretty big pothole. As it were. So, God, why is my network terrible all of a sudden? That is interesting. Did a firework take out a transformer somewhere? I don't know. There we go. Now it's back up to full strength. That's very interesting. Not that there's anything that I can do about it, I don't think. I think that was out of my hands. Okay. So this is my problem. That's not going to fly. I did that because I wasn't really thinking about it, and I wanted this kind of like, here's a big rectangle, and then well, let me show you. I like this look for this diesel mech, you know? It kind of looks clunky, but in a cool way. I have no idea what pose he's doing, by the way. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so we're going with the thicker balls. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, we're going with the thicker balls for the new version, but we need to think about what we're going to do for that bottom, because here's the thing. The reason why I'm going with the bigger ball joints is because I'm thinking about, like, how's this thing actually going to stand if you build it IRL, which I wasn't thinking about in the earlier versions. I was just thinking about looks, and in a way I don't regret doing that, but now I'm paying for it. Now I'm paying for it. Son of a... All right. I'm wondering if I should make them longer. We're going to keep it as is for now. We're going to keep it as is for now. but I think I know what to do to replace that knee joint for the leg. If I'm right, if I'm right, there should exist a ratchet type joint that will give us the turning that we want. The only problem is I don't know what that particular type of ratchet joint is called in this system. You know you're really desperate when you come to this section. Oh, Bionicle. You were too good for this world. Legitimately though, Bionicle's freaking awesome, man. I mean, I got the horse blinders on. I got the Bionicle nostalgia. I grew up with Bionicle. But dude, Bionicle, man. I challenge anyone to find uh anything that existed in that space of like what you would call it, kids toys with related fictional property that had the vibes, that had the aura of Bionicle. I challenge thee. It doesn't matter how valid suggestions you come with. I'll still say no. You're wrong. I will still say that. Sweet Jesus, what the hell is going on? Oh man. Yeah, the stream is not doing good. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna keep going just because like what I want to do is I want to build up some VODs on my channel. I want to just have some. I'm doing that. I'm doing this for that at this point. Man, what am I even doing now? I know what I'm doing. I'm looking for this one part. So maybe it's not called hinge. Maybe it's in the hinge section. Problem is what I'm looking for, and I'm sure that this is riveting watching me scroll through the Lego sidebar here. The issue is that I have seen these joints IRL, but I don't know if they're in studio. I don't know. Stud.io. We're finding out together whether or not they're here. I feel like we're getting warmer here somehow. This is Technic. We're in the Technic trenches. This is also Bionicle related. You see that? That's Bionicle right there. That's Bionicle. 110% Bionicle. I'm actually going to keep this in my back pocket. This might be useful for this build. It'd be nice to use the Bionicle piece. Oh, man. It's just a Technic connector, but if you know your Bionicle lore, they used that as a handpiece on the first line, the Toa Mata, and that was like, oh yeah, they paired it with this. There we go. What is it? There we go. But bam. And then in the earliest days of Bionicle, that's what passed for a blaster in the offhand. Here we go. Again, I feel like I'm getting warmer. But this is it. Finally. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. So, what I need to find are the raw components for this. For you. I feel like this is going to be hard to come by here. Alright, we're already out of that section. Hmm. So see, here's what the system I'm thinking of typically looks like. Oh, there we go. Just like that. This was used on those knights figures that Lego made with the horrible faces. I think those predated Bionicle. I'd have to look it up. Jesus. That's too big. Whatever that is. Yeah, but anyway, these knight characters, they use these for pretty much all their limbs. And it was very stiff. And the nice part of that is that it was they were very posable, stable in their posability. But the drawback was literally everything else. Okay, see, that's what I'm looking for, but we have a problem. See, this goes into this, and that's going to be very stable. And it also will turn the way we want it to turn. Like that. That's the way we need it to turn. Issue is, I got to stick this in this way. As you can see, it's not going to really work with the width. So, more fireworks. The microphone's actually picking them up. People really like firing their works out here. You're basically what I need, I think. Yeah. Actually, maybe not. Okay. Hmm. We do have quite the conundrum. You are no help. All right. This is abrupt. Uh, Actually, no, it's not. Hmm. I'm just scrolling random pieces at this point. Actually, come to think of it, you might offer a solution. You might offer a solution. Yeah. Talk about prophet, prophecy. Talk about prophecy. There, nailed it. Nailed saying that. I could speak English. God. You know what? Yeah, I waited too long to start this. I didn't get good sleep last night. I'm very tired. My brain is not working. There's going to be days where I'm going to push through it, but this is not one of them. Glad I actually sat down and did it. Want to iron out these issues and realize that I just got to stream locally right now until I get this problem, whatever it is, worked out with my render PC. Yeah, this is how it's gonna go up, especially because I want to see what the issue is with all the dropped frames. See what that looks. Excuse me. See what that looks like. But yeah, no, I've been nursing a headache all day, and I waited. Well, I didn't wait too late to start streaming. There's another issue with my render PC. I have an extra um Wi-Fi antenna that I can just plug into it. USB Wi-Fi antenna works fine. It's the same model that I have on my regular PC for my like main internet connection. But the thing that is not being picked up by my render PC either. So that tells me that my issue is something on the render PC, which is good. It's not an issue with my main PC. But yeah, I just got to work it out. I just got to work it out. Anyway. Yeah, sometimes you try your best and it's like, well, you did something. But, not a lot. Couldn't do too much. It's the way of the world. But yeah. Happy 3rd of July. Which I'm saying for, no particular reason. I'm sure there isn't like a major holiday that's like, right around this time that I'm ironically referencing by streaming the day before it. But yeah. Have a happy that and probably don't go out unless you got like heat stuff because it's like really hot and humid in places where people aren't expecting it to be hot and humid. It's like one thing if it's Arizona and people are used to like 110-degree weather, but we're not out here. People struggling, Things aren't set up for it. But yeah. Let me do the meme that only I appreciate. Wait, that's wrong. There we go. I keep forgetting I could switch to nighttime in my background. Whatever. All right. How do I get out of here?